for you there, Ron. Okay. And title of the speech, Lessons Learned, Ron McKenzie. Ron McKenzie, Lessons Learned.
It was 2010. Christina's gone back to school, and she was terrified of public speaking. One of my former students had suggested, hey, why don't you check out Toastmasters? I'd heard about it, I never knew much about it. And I thought, well, let me go with you to support you. I'll even join just so I'm there to support you. But I've been teaching for 15 years at this point. I've won some awards. What do they have to teach me? I'm gonna go there. I'm gonna go there and I'm gonna show them. Well, after the first meeting, I paid attention. I'm like, oh, there are things here for me too. And I thought about my speaking journey, and I realized, yeah, I'm very good in the classroom, but put me in front of the whole student body, sometimes I say weird things. Sometimes I nail it, but I want to always nail it. I want to be in any environment and always nail it. So I joined, and I learned a few lessons along the way. After a few months, we went to the spring conference. And I know how these things work. I've been in other groups before. There's always the cool group. You can't really get near them. They got things going on, you know. And so, come in, sit down, try and figure things out, get my bearings. Experienced Toastmaster, Mike Carter, sits down beside me. Hi, I'm Mike Carter. What's your name? What's your club? What are you doing? And I realized this wasn't just chit-chat, idle talk. He actually cared about my journey. He wanted me to succeed. And this is where I got my first lesson from. What was driving him was not, hey, I want to become a better speaker so my knees stop knocking and so that I get the promotion. That wasn't what was driving him. It was something much bigger. He had a vision. His vision was to improve the world by spreading excellent communication skills. So my first lesson is, have a vision. Now your vision might not be my vision, but I loved that vision he had and I embraced it immediately. Like, oh, this is something I can get behind. This isn't just, this is how to use your voice properly. This is how to use your eye contact. No. This is something bigger. This is something I can get excited about. But my vision might not be your vision. You might just want to have those knees stop knocking. You might want to be able to stand in front of your peers and do a quarterly presentation confidently, powerfully, and have everyone to clearly get the message. Your vision can even change over time. You might start off with, just want to get through my presentation. And once you reach that stage, you might say, I love the idea of building a community. I love the idea of going into other organizations and helping them. We got involved in Odette School of Business Toastmasters, and we were in there for a few years at the time. The president, Pete Deng, calls me up and says, hey, this lady, Delore from West, she wants to meet to see if we can help them out in some way. Can you come along to the meeting? And I said, sure, Pete. So Christine and I go to the meeting. So there's Delore, there's Christine, and there's me. And there's no Pete. But the second lesson I learned was be open to opportunities. We had no idea what this meeting was about. Delore, the person from West, had no idea what she wanted. But we were just open to following our vision. Here's a group. Now West is Women's Enterprise Skills Training. So they helped newly immigrated women get the skills they need to be successful in the community. And I thought that's a pretty noble thing to do. And so we talked about what we could do as Toastmasters, and we decided to run a Speechcraft. And there are a number of members in the community, in our Toastmasters community, came out and helped with this process. So it was an 8-week process where for an hour and a half every week, we'd get together with these ladies and we'd accelerate a Toastmasters program. So it wasn't this, hey, sign up for a speech if you feel like it. It's like, you're speaking this week, you're speaking the next week, you're evaluating that speech. It was just go, go, go.
The exam period is now over. Everybody should be in the library.
Everybody except us. But this was a key lesson I learned. Be open to opportunities. So when it came to being a division governor, or running a contest, or helping someone else with their conference, I learned, be open to opportunities. You don't know what's gonna come. And that's the fun of it, that you don't know. And you're gonna mess up sometimes, and that's okay. It was in one of these opportunities, doing the 2016 Spring Conference book. There's a name for it. Program, yes, there we go. Christine was running the 2016 Spring Conference, and I took on the role to do the program. But I couldn't do it alone. I like doing things alone. I'm a teacher. When I close the door, I'm in charge. If things mess up, it's because of me. I can really trust me. But I learned, if I want to go to the next level, I have to trust others. And I don't mean like, here, come on, have a committee meeting, and if you do absolutely nothing, I got it all covered. No, I mean actually trust you. Penny was on my committee for that, and I trusted her. I couldn't do it without support from my committee members. I needed them. And I realized this wasn't a bug, this is a feature. And I started adopting that outside of Toastmasters too. In my clubs and activities, I basically ran everything. If the students messed up, oh well, it's gonna be fine because I'm in charge. I started stepping back and realizing people are very capable. At first I thought, if you want to endear someone to you, you do them a favor. If you want to endear someone to you, you ask them for a favor. When you ask someone for a favor, you're saying, I trust you. We couldn't be the club we are without the support of Toastmaster Ian Chalmers, who's always here for us. We're having an event, Ian's the guy who's here. Lots of Toastmasters are here, but trusting others is a key part of the equation. When we started Massey Toastmasters in 2017, it was basically the Mackenzie show. It'd be me or Christine. The journey comes to completion when others started becoming the president. Panu was the first one to break out of this. She was the first non-Mackenzie president. And great job. And then everyone else realized, hey, anyone can do this job. It's not hereditary. You don't have to be of the Mackenzie bloodline. You don't have to pull a sword out of a stone. And so Jen was the next non-Mackenzie, and John, our current president, is doing a wonderful job. And one of the things you realize is, you're gonna mess up here and there. You're gonna have an idea of, I'm gonna do this. And it doesn't quite work out. So if you find your Toastmasters experience is not all you want it to be, I suggest you need these 3 components. You need a vision. If you don't have one, go home today. Write it down. Why are you here? What are you doing? Re-examine this vision every year. You can do it more often, but once a year, re-examine your vision. Why am I here? What am I doing? What do I hope to get out of this? What do I hope to give in this process? Because it'll change over time, and that's okay. Be open to opportunities. Brian's done a wonderful job organizing the event today. And this is something 5 years ago Brian would have thought, oh, that's not me, I can't do that. That's for someone else, that's for Christine. And now Brian knows, of course I can organize an event. It's just food, schedule, people. You do it so often, it becomes natural now. Be open for opportunities. The third, rely on others. The third was an eye-opener for me. Don't just hope they do things, rely on them. And they're gonna let you down now and again, by the way. And that's okay. It's okay if people let you down. That's gonna happen, and don't be mad at them. Life happens. But a number of times I've had people who didn't quite do what they said we're gonna do, but there's enough excellent Toastmasters. We're gonna cover anything that falls through the cracks. We're gonna cover it. It's gonna be okay. So I encourage you to maximize your Toastmasters by these three methods: vision, openness, and rely on others. Mr. Toastmaster.
Awesome job. What a great way to wrap up our speechathon. That was very inspiring as well. Thanks, Ron.